Hello everyone, welcome back to the Football Overseas. I am Dequan and I will be your new Italian Serie A predictor for the final 4 weeks of the season. So let's get right into it. Title on the line, Champions League on the line, Europe qualification on the line, relegation still needs to be sorted. And what a way to kick off game week 35 with Torino versus Venezia. I probably botched it. My bad if I did. But the Torino manager is Paolo Vanioli, who actually got Venezia promoted into Serie A, defeating Palermo home and away over 2 legs last season and securing the win over Cremonese to win promotion into Serie A. For Venezia, it has been a season of struggle, but out of the 3 teams in the relegation zone, they look well placed to give Lecce a run for their money. With Lecce struggling in the league, they haven't won since 31st of January in a 3-1 away success at Parma. Empoli haven't won a game this year in the league. Absolutely crazy how they are slumping after Empoli had a decent start into the league this season. So this represents a good opportunity for Venezia to move out of the relegation zone should they be able to take revenge on Torino. Injury hit Torino. We could check the lineup, projected lineups, actually on SofaScore. And Torino line up with a 4-3-2-1 projected. Milenkovic-Savic in the goal. Birigani, left back. Caicedo in the midfield alongside Lanetti. Vlasic and Elmas, former Napoli player. They play behind Che Adams, who is Torino's top goal scorer in the league with 9. And for Venezia, they play a 5-at-the-back system with Radu in goal. Zerbin, who's also from loan at Napoli, playing right wing back with Haps on the left flank with Buzio, the American in midfield. Represents a good opportunity. Torino versus Venezia. Very interesting to see. And with the projected lineups, you can actually see the players that are injured for Torino at the moment. Valentino Lazaro is suspended. Zapata, Shares, Sava, Ricky, all big misses for Torino. And with this, Torino have been getting wins. Despite all the injuries, Venezia have been getting draws. They have been getting away with draws, but coming into the running now, a win will likely suffice. And I think with this fixture, even though Torino have been good at home, I think Venezia could take victory. I think they can take the victory. I think Venezia will win this game 2-1. 2-1 for Venezia. And they will move out the relegation zone. Cagliari versus Udinese is the next match. You know the one good thing about SofaScore, you can actually see the head-to-head. And this will give me a rough idea of which teams actually do better in the head-to-heads and things like that. That helps me out a huge deal. So Cagliari versus Udinese. Both teams are locked into mid-table. Cagliari not mathematically safe, but with the form of the teams below them, I think Cagliari should be safe in ideally. In the head-to-head, Udinese has been, in the last 10 games of the head-to-head, Udinese's won 5 of them, 3 draws, and Cagliari with two draws. With Cagliari's recent up and down form, Udinese haven't won in their last 6 games. I think Udinese and Cagliari is going to end a 0-0 draw. It's going to be a 0-0 stalemate for me still. So let's get into the next game. Parma versus Como. Well done to Como. Well done to a student of Arsenal, Cesc Fabregas. I really enjoyed him as a footballer. As you guys may or may not know, I'm a huge Arsenal fan. I also support Bromley. I also support Celtic, and I support Napoli as well. Big up to Como. I think in the coming seasons, Como are going to be a threat for European qualification places. Richest owners in Serie A by far. The amount of money they spent this season, bringing Diao in, Nico Paz, Roberto, Dele Alli, Perron, Cacaret. Absolutely crazy. Alex Vale, they got him in, broke off the Celtic loan deal early. They even got guys like Pepe Reina playing for them. It's absolutely mad. Pepe Reina's still balling. 42 years old. Big up, guys. Parma versus Como. This game, ideally, I can't, head-to-head, last 9 matches, Parma's won 4 of them, 4 draws, with Como getting only 1 victory, which was actually last season at Como's home. Regarding that, Parma got a draw, a credible draw. Would have been all 3 points against Lazio, but Lazio came back from 2-0 down to draw level. Parma would have jumped to 14th in the league ahead of Cagliari and Hellas Verona. There. But honestly, I look at it and I think Parma definitely need a point. Definitely need points on the board. Como are safe. They reached the 40-point mark. Very good season from Como, winning their last 4 games. I think this game is going to end a 1-1 draw, Parma versus Como. Alright, now we get into the favourite part. Napoli, they have got Lecce away. Lecce have not won since 31st of January against Parma. Napoli showcasing their form and willingness to overtake Inter at the top of the Serie A. 3 successive clean sheets. Empoli at home, Monza away, and Torino at home. Spearheaded by Scott McTominay in that 8th position, getting crucial goals for the club. Onto 11 goals. Goals for him this season, playing as that number 8. Crazy that he's actually bested. That is his best goals scoring season. Like, he had his best goal scoring season at Manchester United was 10 in all comps, but now it's 12 in all comps, 11 in the league, and 1 in the Coppa Italia. 5 goals in the last 3 games as well. This man, honestly, between me and McTominay, I love this guy. No homo intended right there, man. But I like him. I like him as a baller. One concern that I did have from the last game with that where we beat Torino 2-0 was 3 injuries. Lobovka, Agnisa, and Burginio all went off injured. Wish them well. Get well soon. We need you guys in for the run-in. for the running as well. Napoli are favourites to win the league based on the form that they're on and the favourable fixtures that they have. But Napoli, even though that they are favourites, it is best to not get carried away with this. But I do like Conte as a manager. He's a serial winner. Wins wherever he goes. Well, apart from Tottenham, that is. Sorry, not sorry. It just slipped out. It's one of them ones. But Antonio Conte, if he wins this league after selling Kvaratskhelia to Paris Saint-Germain and loaning out Victor Osimhen, then that would have been a remarkable campaign after disappointment in the Coppa Italia and finishing 10th the previous season as well. And also, one thing, guys, if Conte wins the Serie A, then this would have been a copy of when Chelsea finished 10th in the league in 2015-16, and then Conte went to Chelsea and just dominated the competition and won the league with ease the very next season with that Chelsea team. In regards to Lecce versus Napoli, I think Napoli are going to win convincingly against this Lecce team fighting relegation. I think we are going to score a number of goals. I think we're going to do a number of these guys. Lecce 0, Napoli 3. That is my prediction. Inter versus Verona. I'm not even going to lie to you. Seeing Inter in the Champions League, putting that performance, big up to Inter. I can't even lie. And personally, the second leg at the San Siro is going to be absolutely mental. That 3-3 draw against Barcelona. Incredible. Against Barcelona team going for a treble. Inter went into the game in Barcelona with literally nothing to lose. You know, they probably surrendered their title defense, even though I do think they will beat Verona. It's a case of, are Inter going to go strong in this fixture? I do believe Inter are going to go strong with a bit of rotation in mind for the second leg against Barcelona, because I do think Inter will have one eye on knocking out Barcelona and reaching another Champions League final. If they can do that, then Inter will reach the second Champions League final in 2 seasons. In regards to Inter versus Hellas Verona, Inter have a strong home record against Hellas Verona. Hellas Verona are still fighting for survival in the Serie A. I just think Inter are going to be too strong for Verona. So in regards to Inter versus Verona, I do think Inter are going to win this game. I think Inter are going to win this game 4-0, you know. I see it. I think they're going to win 4-0. Because the way I see it, you have to send a message to Barcelona. And I think they're going to do just that. They're going to send a message to Napoli for sure. Napoli are playing first away in Lecce. So, on to the next game. Empoli versus Lazio. Now, Lazio have slipped down the league with Roma beating Inter 1-0 from last week. Bologna drawing and Juventus also winning against Monza. Lazio really need to get a win. They need to. Out of the battle for the Champions League qualifications as well, all the way down from Fiorentina to Atalanta is still attainable as well. Lazio will need to get a win against Empoli. You see the last head-to-head in the last 10 matches, Lazio have won 8 of them. And personally, I think Lazio are gonna win. Let's keep it real here. Lazio, I think they're gonna take a 3-1. I think they're going to take a 3-1. They're going to get out of Empoli. They're going to win. Monza versus Atalanta. Now, Monza will be relegated. Well, basically, Monza are pretty much relegated anyway, but we knew that. Monza will officially go down if they don't beat Atalanta. And looking at it from a standpoint of view, in the last 5 matches, Atalanta's won. Atalanta's won them all. And pretty much, it is what it is. Atalanta are going to win 2-0. Yeah, that's my prediction. I don't need to say too tough. Atalanta won the Champions League position. Yes, their form has been up and down, but you have to understand where Atalanta lost. They've lost to the teams in and around them. And Atalanta, since they've been knocked out of the Champions League, that's the one part they are going to focus on. Getting that 3rd spot and not getting caught. Not getting sucked back into the mixer, I should say. Now, this is a game. Oh, ho, ho. Bologna versus Juventus. I can't wait for this one. You know what I'm saying? Bring it on, guys. Bring it on, Juventus. Manager bounce under Igor Tudor. Although they did suffer a shock 1-0 defeat to Parma, they can be got at though. But I do think Juventus haven't won away from home under the new manager as of yet. And Juventus, in the last 10 games of the head-to-head, there's been 5 draws and there's been 5 victories for Juventus. But Bologna are on a great run of form in the Coppa Italia final against AC Milan. So they've got that to look forward to. And also, one thing about Bologna, I really like them this season, you know. When Xerxes, key players being sold, Vincenzo Italiano are just coming. And I just think they're even better than last season. I don't know what it is. But I like the togetherness of the squad. Orsolini, what a player he's been. Key player for Bologna as well. For Juventus, they're getting the lick back. They're getting their lick back as well. Not underperforming as per, you know. But I definitely do think that this is an opportunity for Bologna to win this game. I see it as a high-scoring game. I see this game as a high-scoring game. I can't even lie to you guys. This game's going to be very entertaining. I see it. I'm going to say Bologna 3, Juventus 2. That is my prediction for this game. Alright, now we've got Roma versus Fiorentina. This is going to be another good game as well. Roma, huge in confidence. What a win against Inter last week. The wing backs were on job. Angelino putting in key passes, making accurate crosses, creating big chances. Matthias Saul scoring the goal. Hit even on both the flanks. Ranieri has made the wing backs potent. That's what makes them dangerous. Dobrek, for me, didn't really have a good game. The midfield, the generals, Pellegrini, Kone, Cristante, them 3 in midfield. Weesh. Like Ranieri has come in, and could Roma get Champions League after their slow start to life in the Serie A? Going through 3 managers. That would be very impressive if they could get the job done. And personally, I think Roma, but Fiorentina have been on good form as of late. You cannot deny that. But I think it's going to be a very close game between the two. I just think Roma take it because I think... Actually, no. I'm going to say, you know what? I think Roma's fixtures are very tough. I just think they're going to take it 2-1. I can't even lie. 2-1, 2-1 Roma. 2-1 Roma. Then the last game of the predictions is Genoa versus AC Milan. We're going to jump into this game. Genoa versus AC Milan. That's on the Monday night. AC Milan, good in the head-to-head games. Milan, they need to start winning. And they have been winning. They beat Venezia. And they destroyed Inter in the Coppa Italia. I do think that AC Milan definitely need to win, but I think Europa qualification is beyond them. I think AC Milan win this 1-0. I think AC Milan win 1-0 against Genoa team. Not really playing for anything. Actually, no. Let me say 2-0, 2-0 AC Milan, 2-0 AC Milan. Because Genoa aren't playing for anything. Genoa, they're pretty much on the beach at this point. They're on the beach. They're mid-table, nothing going for them. But yeah, guys, this is the table. Have a look at the table going into the final 4 games of the week. And yeah, see you guys later. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. Let me know your predictions. Peace out, people.